Better Mistakes by Bebe Rexha. I guess that's how we'll say it. It's 13 songs, 36 minutes long.
And Bebe Rexha has had a history of like
she's done a lot of collaborations with big artists. She's done
Yeah.
a lot of stuff here or there that she's had a couple of like pretty big tracks from one of her albums that came out 2018. I think Expectations is that album because that's what really blew her up. At least that's what she got on my radar of kind of like your general pop stuff. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild.
Very like safe, like not pushing the boundaries too much.
Exactly,
pop.
100%.
And yeah, that's really what you get in this album. Also, I've been told by our producers in my ear, just kidding, we don't. Bebe Rexha is how
Bebe
we're going.
Rexha? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, she's been in the music industry kind of like I'd compare her to a Jasmine Sullivan in the sense of she's been like ghostwriting, she's been producing for a lot of major artists on a lot of big songs, but is also kind of now starting to do things on her own because she's definitely got that talent and she's gotten
just the producers, the production touch and everything is something that can make a genuine pop hit, a genuine like a crowd pleaser and stuff.
Yeah, it's an eye for the industry in the sense of this will please people, this will be
exactly.
That's my like pro and con to the album is that there is literally no journeying beyond what will easily like please a crowd, play nice in a store, that kind of deal.
Exactly. You do have a bunch of features in there. You have Travis Barker, Ty Dolla $ign, Trevor Daniel, Lil Uzi Vert, Doja Cat, Pink Sweats, Lune, and
Rick Ross in it.
And the man himself, Rick Ross.
Yeah.
I'm a boss, Rick Ross.
And like,
which is a cover of Amore, which is a song that has been covered an infinite amount of times throughout history. So, which is kind of funny that it's Bebe Rexha and Rick Ross, but moving on.
This is not a like DJ Khaled Starfuck here. The features here are done pretty decently, and I think like even the artists
they complement it well. Exactly like Doja. Even though we not an alt-right lover Doja Cat, we don't really like her.
The hard R word.
The hard R. Nominated Doja Cat. They actually complement each other well for this. It actually reminded me of the song that she did with Gucci Mane a little bit, minus Gucci Mane's part, but kind of the production of it, where it's like this is gonna be a crowd pleaser for a lot of people. It's not gonna push boundaries forward or anything, but it's a solid like you can hear this into a random Macy's that's still open apparently because they haven't somehow gone bankrupt
yet. So like the first two songs, like Break My Heart, Myself with Travis Barker, and Sabotage, you really get this sort of production prowess, but also knowledge of what pop sounds like. Sabotage both sounds like, I mean, like taken in its own vacuum, like her vocals are phenomenal. The production's really thought out really nicely.
Vocals are fantastic. I really like
you have a nice little piano thing. It builds, like you tease the chorus in the beginning and then like do it in the middle, which makes it feel super manufactured. But like it's a nicely, decently constructed song. The issue is that like I've heard songs that maybe don't sound exactly like this, but are constructed the same way.
Kalani, who made an album there's a bunch of tracks that sound like that, and maybe are less uninspired than this album for sure, but you get that a lot from a lot of these major pop artists. Ariana Grande made some stuff that can sound similar to that. Again, less inspired to me than this as well, but still you have that sound that's out there.
By the third or fourth song, like you get
a rundown of the album.
It feels like an artificial limit, honestly, because I know for a fact.
What is the F parentheses X of the album?
Like that's a deep state calculus joke. It almost flew over my head. That's how barely I caught it. But you almost feel like Bebe Rexha can go so much further with her lyricism, especially.
Her lyricism
the lyricism is like very like leaves a lot to be desired. It's like Trust Fall is sort of like, okay, are you gonna do anything more than just play with those two words? Or Better Mistakes, I get it's like a spoken word chant thing, but it's like
her voice is incredible, and that's the thing. She can do something that if she gets up and tries to experiment with other people, I think it'll be beneficial for that.
I think she has talent, but she decided that she's writing a pop album and it's gonna be a pop album, and like not taking any other risks. And what if I tried songwriting a little bit more here? That might make it less of a poppy appeal, and so I'm not gonna do that because Better Mistakes feels like you could make a cool thing of like, yes, it's poppy. You have like a chant call and response things about like mistakes and being messy. Sure, whatever ticks the boxes, right? But there are so few lyrics in there to work with that like I was actually kind of upset. Like you could do more with this song, but it's like feels actually artificially limited. It's kind of it's weird because usually it's like this is a pop artist, they can't do much better than this and they suck. Or like
this exactly, because you have like your Ariana Grandes of the world or your Kalani's where you're just sitting there like, okay,
Lana Del Rey.
Don't get me upset
here.
here.
Trying their hardest and like not coming up that great. But this is like someone I know they can do better, and it's like they're limiting themselves. They're nerfing themselves on purpose. And I don't get why. It's kind of like sucks. Like this could have been better. And like you'll get the idea of the albums through the singles as well. Yeah. I think they're like fine, but
it's fine. But
yeah.
Moving on, we have our arbitrary scale as always because this is Audioface. And
can we?
do you want to?
Did we spend any time talking about? I mean, I'll just finish by saying Amore is like that cover of, like you were mentioning earlier. Like it's been done so many times, but it's taken to its most sort of like vapid and materialistic, I guess, nature for it. Because like it's like Gucci belts and all these things. That's Amore, and it's like sure you can do that in a pop song in like the 2020s where everything's like that, but it's like, and of course it's Rick Ross, so it comes with the territory, sure. But it's 9/11. I know even like I know she can do better than this, and I'm kind of just like, okay, you made a poppy song with crowd pleaser, sure, but it just feels so thoroughly uninspired that I'm kind of like I'm out of it. But with that said, I feel good. We can go to the arbitrary scale now.
Yeah, so arbitrary scale as always, because on Audioface we don't like doing normal scales because in the context of every album it doesn't fit, so we make an arbitrary scale to keep you on your toes, and that way it never makes sense, which is the whole point of it. And this one is NHL fines.
Occasionally having to do with the news, like that absolutely horrendous act of like just traitorous act happened with the New York Rangers and the Capitals.
Yeah, that's a whole deep state talk I want to have with some people because I'm interested on a lot of takes.
It's funny. I'm doing the show with Sean. I also did the Power Report with Emma, and Emma has a whole thing on the Majority Report about this NHL thing. Maybe there should be a leftist sports report doing this that I need to not be involved in.
Please, God, put me on there if it's about hockey. I is your guy. I want it. Part of the Syndicate 23 syndicated report. Anyways, this is a solid like a $5,000 slap on the wrist. Like that's the most amount of fine you can get as a player, like legally from the Players Association. That's the maxed out fine, $5,000. So nothing's like you might board a guy here or there. You might be Tom Wilson and get lucky, not get suspended and just get a slap on the wrist.
I think this is like $5,000 for like sticking a guy in the nuts during a brawl. Like it's. Just
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Like it's just like you just go up and you scoop him that little bit.
Like it's like, hey, you didn't have to do this, but it kind of comes with the territory, and it's like it's not like we're not going to do.
Or even better, it's a $5,000 fine for diving. That actually happened like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dying of laughter
because it's like missed effort.
Exactly.